We are going to discuss Bitcoin. When it comes to price projection, it happens towards the end of the year. We are going to speak when altcoins run. Concerning Ethereum and its security, even though we have a lot to discuss, guess what? We're running short on time, so without further ado, take a seat back, unwind, and let's get started. At $64,836, Bitcoin has decreased 3.51% over the last day, while Ethereum has decreased 2.83%. Arriving at $3,438, both hitting their doll pegs precisely where we want them to as XRP. Well, it's up 34% over the last 24 hours and down 62 cents hourly. Moving hasn't actually benefited us all that much. The market capitalization of all cryptocurrencies, $2 trillion, as you are aware, as of right now, are focused on Cardano, and just Cardano. It is down roughly a penny at 625, but it is down 1.22% overall. I do believe that there will be a slight decline in the price of Bitcoin soon. Cardano will likely drop to less than 60 cents, if not below 60 cents. I'm just going to buy it because I can't waste any more time sitting here. Concerning Cardano's short-term price actions, you know I was going to purchase it at 72 cents, but it soared to 78, and I kicked myself in the butt. It then returned to 72 and finally dropped to 58 cents. I kicked my behind once more, and now it's back at 66 cents. As you are aware, I'm on a long-term hold. 5/10 straightforward, secure, and not financial advice. I plan to invest $7,500 in it. Not concealing anything if we move on to A1. 7,500 becomes 75,000. I'll be a content camper. I demonstrated this to you yesterday. I will present it to you once more. Because, well, just look at what my artwork is accomplishing for this content. Auctioned for $3,000, surpassing 5,000 XRP for a single piece. You will adore this piece if you are a fan of The Simpsons because, as you can see, Gary Heener is the dog. Could you actually afford it? I'm not sure. It's probably not for sale anymore, but just keep in mind the month's finish. Isn't it approaching quickly? If you are unfamiliar with my project, we have 31 days starting on March 1st. That's how easy it is. Daddy, check out this fraud. Attempting to talk down to Stephen because it appears that Mr. Nero has experience with documentaries narrated, he basically replied, "Haha, it's better than fake." Michael Hadley, a government agent, set this up. They made me seem confident, but they just retracted their plea and entered one for an unrelated offense. Nice effort, scammers. The government attempted to utilize this as well, but it was revealed in our court dismissals that they had faked the evidence with the assistance of this government agent, who had committed crimes against me with the government's support, and guess what? How did he demonstrate this Papa scan? Sibling, it appears that you possess the same admirable morals and strategies as those who attempted to discredit me. You ought to apply for a job, though I doubt you would be able to meet the standards. I've heard that snake oil is becoming more popular, so perhaps a job shift. Therefore, I don't even know if we should get into it, which is what I mean when I say scam. Depicts and makes public everything. He has no inside information and the same knowledge as the rest of us, but he makes an effort to present himself as knowledgeable and to be in the know. All right, this is step-by-step beautiful. He was involved, putting him in his place, so who knows what happened here in reality. I know reliable the most optimistic use case for Bitcoin is in crypto, below. Allow me to enlarge it. His current Bitcoin value is $59,000. You can see this line, and we could try that again if necessary. However, what we really want to see is this green box hold. What is it? Between 61 and 62A2. Where are we? 64. Folks, what could we be able to see? There has been some, but not much, downward movement in the price of Bitcoin. I could absolutely see this happening to the tune of a few $1,000s before it began to rescind and go off again. That's why I'm still staring at Cardano H. When I can just let you know, I can't wait to stop talking about Cardano. Purchase, then relax and stop worrying. I'll think about it until the end of the year when I can accept my earnings. I'm sure they're coming. People, I have patience. It will happen. Will the past happen again? I've always enjoyed observing these historical graphs. Having seen what happened a long time ago, gradually by little, we set off just after the hing. You may now proceed. The middle chart shows you what transpired following our takeoff. Where are we at this moment? Well, it is approaching, so what can we anticipate seeing? There may be a brief retreat before the next push forward. Recall that this cycle is a little unique because Bitcoin broke its record high before heaven, something we have never seen before. Since Bitcoin has been around for nearly 12 years, for a decade, I have never seen it breach its high before. Hence the crucial question is here's what will happen after having, since we already know what will happen to the price of Bitcoin after having in April, summer, end of summer, the start of fall. We anticipate that it will rise, but the unsettling aspect is how high. Will it end? Many people that I've seen initially believed 100 to 150. There are targets for Bitcoin 175,225,250 that I'm seeing. The current state of the markets is insane. Keep in mind that the higher Bitcoin rises, the higher my preferred altcoin will rise in value because money will shift from Bitcoin to your preferred altcoin. Given the analytics that predicts greater volatility before the conference, Bitcoin may test $66,000. What are we? Merely glancing here, they're phoning. According to what they're saying, there will be a slight retracement in Bitcoin, and as far as I can tell, that's what they're saying. What everyone wants to know is ultimately what matters. But how much will we really listen, Rip? There isn't a crystal ball with me. I'm not sure. Going ahead, 485 is, in my opinion, our new basis. We don't even come close to that, in my opinion. 485, I believe that this descent will end in the upper 50s, and that's when the retrace will occur. We get one more pop-up, I believe. I don't think folks start kicking and shouting when we see the half in. And making profits, believing that the bull market will end before Bitcoin declines. We veer off course briefly and end up with the ultimate moonshot in the 1950s. That's what I believe will happen with Bitcoin and the price at year's end. This broker, Bernstein, increased its year-end Bitcoin price projection from $80,000 to $90,000 after raising the target to that amount. I believe we're heading much higher. If it doesn't happen for some bizarre reason, like if Bitcoin doesn't reach $90,000 by the end of the year, all it indicates is that it's occurring. The net before the years are up. Q1 crypto is going to be, peaking in Q1 and Q2. This cycle in which the bear run is occurring, consider that at the summer's end of Q2, the bear market begins at the beginning of Q3, which is when we start to notice a decline in these prices. I believe that the lowest point in the naked market has been officially determined. Toward the end of 2025, thus Q1 is probably where I'll exit, depending on how quickly the alts run, and Q4. Any of these alternates might step forward and fulfill my requests if my exit strategy is ready for the appropriate Q1 get out. If they aren't, which is what I've been doing this year. My lesson was hard. People pay attention to you if you're not selling someone else. If you're not taking advantage of your liquidity or profits, someone else is. I'm keeping the money. Will I buy in again this time? Well, obviously, we all know what we are aware of the nature of markets. We will buy back in at the lows, ride the wave back to the top, and repeat the process until we get a bull run. I take a seat on it. I have to wait until the next time the costs increase. Locate additional shitcoins and let them run. Hopefully, they will go on for 50 to 100 times before ending it. The question at hand is yet to be addressed. These are the organizations that are now completely embracing cryptocurrency. We might not actually have that in that basic market if the institutions fully participate. Something we're accustomed to, so these 90% crashes may or may not be occurring. A lot of things still need to happen. However, as every day goes by, it's still very early, people. Look, April has already arrived, and as you can see, Bitcoin has arrived. Which quarter of the calendar year is it? Time in the crypto world moves so quickly.